It's time to watch another chapter in the Range Ronin Chronicles.
Hello, my friend. It's the Range Ronin. I sure appreciate you joining me for another At the Range chapter in the Range Ronin Chronicles. I sincerely hope that you enjoy it. So, let me open the book and we'll get going. The FN509 Midsize MRD is comparable to the Glock G19 in size. This specimen has only the original grip adapter installed and feels slightly anemic in my hand, but it is what it is, and I will work with what it is. The suppressor height sights played with my brain a bit. At the 7-yard line at which the target was hung, I began with sighting at the bottom of the bullseye, a 6 o'clock hold if you will, which resulted in low bullet impact on the target. Realizing this, I switched the POA to the top of the bullseye. Things started to work for me a little better. While the black sights did not seem to matter sighting in on that red background of the bullseye, they sure made a difference for headshots. I really had to approximate my POA to get close to my intended POI. In my opinion, the front sight on this model needs something to provide contrast with a dark background, even if used as a co-witness to an optic. But this example is not my pistol and not my worry. I am just reporting what I experienced and voicing an opinion. I did take one opportunity to shoot at something besides the bullseye and the head, and that was to the top number 8, while aiming at the hash mark above the number, which resulted in the impact that you see. Elevation was good, but I pulled left a tad. I needed to do this to help determine where on the head I needed to aim, which, as I mentioned, blended very well with the front side of the pistol. So, let me get through this shooting part and provide a synopsis afterward. Given the condition of this range rental FN509 midsize MRD, I give it an A for attempting to overcome its condition. I had only one failure, and that was a short stroke that caused the top round not to be picked up by the slide. I chalked this up to the ammunition and possible built-up filth in the pistol, since there were no further failures. The trigger pull was atrocious, but given the condition of the pistol, it did what it had to do. But now, I am really interested in what a brand new, out-of-the-box FN509 will do. Given the suppressor height sights, the POI was as close to POA as I could get at the distance being shot. I think that with a good trigger and an optic, this model would have performed better, and I could have really pulled those headshots in closer together, let alone the body shots. With that said, it was still a pleasurable first range day with the FN509 midsize MRD. For me, the standard FN509 midsize with a 3-dot sighting system would fill my wants in a defensive pistol. At this point, let's move on and get to my final thoughts regarding the FN509 midsize MRD. Comparable in size to the Glock G19 and others in the size class, the FN509 midsize, in general, would make a fine tool to carry for self-defense. The FN509 costs anywhere from $25 to $60 less, has excellent ergonomics, and, when clean, a better trigger than a Glock, while leaning a tad more to the Smith & Wesson trigger. Overall, the 509 midsize is an excellent 9mm pistol. It is just a good size for almost any job, but does fall short of a pocket carry. If you're going to own one handgun, for carry, for home defense, for competition, or for fun, I could make a good argument for owning the FN509 midsize. Well, that ends this review, and now it's time for me to move on to the next review. Hopefully, you will return for more of my review videos, as I look forward to you doing so. Until we meet again, stay vigilant, stay armed, and stay safe out there.